Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Morgan Options. Here I show you how to trade binary options. And today's strategies will be not stop. Before we get started, I just want to ask you one thing. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and put a like. Because I've never seen such a detailed guide like mine anywhere else. And of course, don't forget about my Telegram channel. Message me on Telegram and get even more useful information and start trading with me.
So let's proceed to our today's trading. All currency pairs with the most optional character of movement I have already analyzed and picked up. Today I trade on X intra-exchange quotes, and accordingly, on all currency pairs prevails OTC status. This means that on all currency pairs there is a high percentage of payments. And I always take advantage of this opportunity and always trade on the OTC market. And it allows me to make more profit for the same number of trades. And in general, I do not miss this opportunity, and I always try to trade on intra-exchange quotation. I always try to be oriented on the trend movements. And for today's trading, it's not an exception. I have picked up a trending bunch of indicators, which will include Alligator and Zig Zag with absolutely default settings. And also, I have selected two oscillators. The first one will be SSI with period 15. And the second one, ADX with period 15 as well. Also, in addition to opening on the trend, I will probably make some openings against the direction trend. And for this, I need the overbought and oversold area on my SSI oscillator. In general, I will try to explain each trade in detail, so that at the end of watching the video, you will be left with as few questions as possible, as much positively learned information as possible. And in the course of my trading, I think you will understand how to use this bunch of indicators correctly. A very simple trading strategy. In fact, there is nothing complicated, and with the correct analysis of the market, in 80% of cases, you'll close your position in the plus. Actually, let's start with a trade of $100. This is half of the amount of my starting balance. And as usual, I will open all trade on the minute time frame. Actually, let's get started and choose the first currency pair. And here I think we can open the first position on the upside. If I have now a candle which show an impulse of movement down, then I will open immediately the second position, also on the upside. And here the main moment I have is the update of the local minimum on the Zig Zag. Accordingly, the local maximum should be formed, and in general, it is clear that the dynamics of the movement now has an upward character of the movement. And here I have a little prices standing still. Such a flat prevails the movement, but I think that the exit should still happen, and also the moving line Alligator, I still show the upward dynamics of the movement. There was an exit from the oversold area on my oscillator, and the ADX moving line is in the range of 10-11%. So there should be no change in the dynamics of the movement here. So the direction of the up should prevail here more, and I closed the trade in minus. But as you have already seen, I have already managed to open the second position also for $100, and actually you can see the result of opening the second trade. Let's see how it ends. And the second trade closes in plus. I was a little bit unlucky in the first position I opened, but as you can see, I already opened a second trade with $100. You see, the confident exit has happened here, and close the trade in plus without any problems. Let's change the amount of the value of the trade. I'll probably the maximum for the next opening to get to a more satisfactory profit. I will need to take a risk. Let's go ahead and pick up the next currency pair. Here let's open on the upside. In general, I think that the upward dynamics here now will have to appear slowly, and there was an exit from the oversold area on my SSI oscillator. And also earlier there was an update of the local low on the Zig Zag. Earlier I understand that after updating the global structural lows, my momentum has been moving upwards, and each time it has been updated its structural high higher. So I'll be calculating on the exit of the move up. Of course, the deal is open not quite at a good price level, but I hope that the exit will happen, as the logic of entry is quite good, and let's see. And with the appearance of new candles, the exit did happen and I closed the trade in plus. Great. Let's also change the amount of the value of the trade, and I will again set the maximum value for the next opening. Let's go ahead and pick the next currency pair for the most optional trade entry. And here I will open position on the downside. I saw the reaction of the price, and therefore I will open here again the direction of the trend. And as we see, when reaching the earlier part of the movement of this price reacted and went into pullback dynamics, and initially it was a small pullback. Then the pullback was quite stronger, so there is potential for the further pullback, and in general I will open a position against the direction of the trend. This is where I decided to break out. We have a little bit of conjunction, and the ADX is showing me that, and there is an overbought exit on my oscillator. So let's see. And the trade also closes in the plus side. Great, the exit has happened after all. And as I said, it's quite a risky trade here, yes, but nevertheless, the pullback has continued. Because the price reaction before was quite strong, and we can see that we have good pullbacks and correction in the dynamics. Nevertheless, that's why this entry point work for me. Let's also the next opening, and I will do again on the maximum amount of my balance. Once again, I will take a risk to get to a more satisfactory profit. Let's continue and pick up the following currency pair. So I'm going to try to open a trade here against the direction of the trend dynamics again. There is a little bit of conjunction in the price on the ADX moving line here, and for this section of the move, I can see that when the ADX reach 30%, there has always been a little bit of pullbacks to one side or to the other. So I navigate here exclusively on it, and also there is a small exit from the overbought area on the oscillator SSI, and a new local maximum is formed on the Zig Zag. So failure here in general can happen. Let's see, the last seconds remain and quite a tense momentum is now present. A small exit still occurred, and despite such a big volatility of the move, I was happy to close the trade in the plus side. I am very happy with this entry point, as I really think I took a big risk here and I'm already profitable. Today's trade is satisfactory. So, the next trade I will not open for the full amount of my balance. Let's probably open the trade in the amount of $158 to consolidate the result. So, to speak and to find some more interesting entry, let's go ahead and pick up the next currency pair. And this is where I'm going to take a little bit of risk and also try to open a trade on the upside. I'm watching the moving alligator lines crossing from bottom to top, and there is already small crossing happen, so there is further potential for upward movement. I think this pullback will end and the next candle will show the upward character of the direction. And despite the fact that here is formed now the local maximum, yes, also there was a small exit from the oversold area, but why I open a deal on the rise? I also already explained, no overload in the dynamics of the movement. Not observed. ADX is in the range of 15%, and here I probably did not guess with the right entry point. Yes, I should have waited a bit for stronger pullbacks, but I have closed the trade in the negative. But still, I'm satisfied with the result of today's trade. A good trading result for this trading process. Let's fix it and go to the conclusion. The amount of today's profit will be $1,000. And withdrawal operation is successfully executed. This is how trading today turned out with the use of this bunch of indicators. Some trades were quite complicated, and some trades closes in negative, but still today's profit is good. The result of this trading process, I will be satisfied. It seems to be very clear. Try to explain and in general trades. Actually, we're not so complicated in some moments, yes. But if you have some questions, something remain unclear, in the description under the video you can always find a link to my Telegram and ask any question you are interested in. I will definitely try to help everyone well, and of course, have a good day guys, and see you soon!